तो अच्छी बात है, अदरवाइज दोबारा आप लगा दीजिए। YouTube शुरू हो गया है, तो we'll start it. So good morning everyone. Today is the third and last day of this workshop. So I feel that everybody who has been with us through YouTube or on this platform must have enjoyed it, learned a lot, and would be willing to practice it in their classrooms so that children also learn. We have with us Ravi Kumar. He has already joined. तो रवि कुमार जी, मैं रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा कि आप कल का एक रिकैप कीजिए 5-7 मिनट, so that we 12 people have joined. तो 2-3 मिनट आपको रिकैप करके, if the number increases around 18-20 तक आ जाता है तो you start the day. Otherwise 9:10 पे आप शुरू कीजिए.
Thank you, sir. Sure.
Thank you. तो कीजिए स्टार्ट.
Yes, sir. Good morning, all of you. I'll do just recap what we have done yesterday, so that meanwhile, as Uday sir has told, that other teachers also will join. Just see. Sir told that even 20 teachers come, will start. Already 16 are there. So yesterday, the first day we have, this is the third day. First day we have done very basics of origami, and we must be remembering our cap, what we make. I'm holding all this because what we do yesterday, I put all these things in this cap. You can see here. So I will switch on my table. The ego problem is there. I have to switch off one of the things. One minute, please. I think you are able to see the table camera also. This is how I put as a holder for these my papers. Yes, this cap, what we have done. Okay. So this is it. And then we have done what else? Leaf and flowers, so that we can arrange that like a small gift bouquet like that for the students. We can give in the class when they do something good. Instead of giving a chocolate, we normally give, no, sometimes we give a chocolate or something like that. If we want to appreciate any student, and some teachers will give a star mark, something like that. Because everybody has got their own technique. Yes. So now in this origami also we can do something like give some flower, leaf and butterfly set. On my table I'm searching for that leaf and flowers I kept somewhere. Yeah, I got the leaf. This is also we have discussed, and so many angles we have discussed. And also we discussed that how to make some angles very common. Common means 90 degrees every day everybody knows, 180 degrees everybody knows, 360 degrees everybody knows. But this 22.5 people say that it is something different. But everybody has folded this 22.5 several times in their life while making boat or rocket or something. This is the set. I'm just showing you. This is the set what we have done on the first day. And I made 11.25 degrees also very common, because we bisected 90, so we got 45. Half of that is 22.5. Bisecting the angles is so common in origami. So, हम लोग अगर ध्यान दे कि हम लोग जो भी हम लोग बाइसेक्शन या मोड कर रहे हैं, उसमें कौन सा एंगल बाइसेक्ट होता है, कौन सा एंगल बन रहा है, अगर थोड़ा सा हम लोग कॉन्सेंट्रेट करें, एक्स्ट्रा while we are making this craft, extra effect that effort that we will see what is the angle made. That is not very difficult, we have seen, isn't it? So this 45 का half जो 22.5 है यहाँ पे जो आया है, this and this is 135 So 135 also has become common. And this is again this where I'm holding is 22.5, 22.5 second one. And this third angle is 135. See, all these angles have become very, very common for us. So 90 degrees जैसा 180 degrees common है, हमने origami के माध्यम से हमें ये सब बहुत सारे angles को common कर दिया. See, एक छोटा सा लेते हैं हम example. That is say 11.5 कर दिया. मैं कल एक peacock भी दिया था, peacock. उसमें भी मैंने बताया था कि इधर 180 degrees होगा, straight line है. उसमें I made 16 parts, 180 by 16, 11 point. We make these angles, but we don't concentrate that it is 11 point. Once 11.25, double कर दीजिए 22.5, 22.5, 45, 45 and 90, 90 and 190. So when we are doing the symmetry and all these things, just now today morning I was seeing a WhatsApp message. There were so many sculptures. Sculptures they made in our temples. They were made thousands of years. Years back, when the world doesn't know geometry, and world doesn't know any geometry also. But our sculptors and engineering of a country, thousands of years of mad symmetry. The temples are making nobody can make it. Now with a lot of patience with the stone, that too with stone. How they could have molded that? There's a lion statue I've seen. In its mouth, a ball is being kept, isn't it? So it cannot be taken out. So there are so many examples like this. So symmetry and all these things are common for our Indians. We should take it that it is our property, isn't it? So if their father has given me property, mother has given me property, forget all these things. What the ancestors have given this property, that lot of high thinking, symmetry, geometry, so many things there. That why should we forget about 11.25 is a common. So with this simple example, I just told that origami में पूरा हम लोग फिर से दोबारा एक बार हम लोग recap कर सकते. That is what we have done on the first day. What is that? We have done leaf, flower, and butterfly as one set, 2 sessions, one session में. And then we have done also newspaper cap on the first day. Newspaper cap में भी हमने बहुत सारे symmetry हम लोग देखे. Coming to the second day was more interesting. I'm not saying first day was not interesting. We have got the introduction, but second day हमने जो table पे camera में आपको दिख रहा है. We made one octahedron. Octa means 8. Hedron means 3-dimensional shape. So octahedron we have filled so many shapes: equilateral triangles, squares, rectangles, pentagons, hexagons, octagons, what not. You fill this shape. Under जो gap है, that gap has taken so many shapes. And then we have discussed, and also we have discussed one formula. I'll just repeat for you. Maybe if teachers are going for primary sections, we don't teach that. That's not the way we should see. Maybe you are not teaching engineering, but you have some knowledge of engineering background also, and we give some examples of those things in primary section. Who is stopping you? When the child is ready to understand, so remember you lifelong. When we were in primary, teacher ने हमें जो क्लास में था वो तो पढ़ाए कैसा भी, लेकिन उससे ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा इन्फॉर्मेशन इतना दिया कि आगे जाके हमको कहीं सुना है ये टॉपिक ऐसा लग रहा. तो थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज देने से हमें होना चाहिए. तो हमें होना चाहिए मतलब तो जो आइलर्स फॉर्मूला 9th क्लास में आता है, मैं तो 5वीं क्लास तक पढ़ा था, तो क्यों सीखना? नो, रॉन्ग. I'll tell you one example. You may think that this fellow is telling all examples only what he must have done. Okay, so I am not boasting. What I'll boast now, I'm already touching my 3 years of retirement. What I will get if I boast. But I just want to tell one example in these lines. What I've done for the sake of students. My normal outgoing time from the school is about 6 o'clock, 7. My maintenance also is my part of it. Okay, so many workers will be there. I have to take my classes also and do this also. It's a challenge. I have 5 buildings, 15-acre school, Kendriya Vidyalaya, one of the biggest school of the country. I am working on that. I feel proud जो ही टीचर आता है इधर मेंटेनेंस में 3-4 साल में भाग जाता है. But I'm here for 5 years, 5 of my 35 years. So anyway, so what we have done is, for the sake of students, my qualification for this course is only diploma. But I have done my engineering after that with my own interest. So I thought I should do something great for these students. Really, I'm not boasting. I'm just telling that what are the efforts I've done for the sake of the students. करना चाहिए हम लोग को करना चाहिए. Then we can produce. We are the nation builders. We are all together teachers, real nation builders. Yes. So some small efforts. Our job is the most difficult job to get these citizens, and we are all doing that. At the same time, recently I've written my MTech part-time examination. I got through and I completed my that thing. So what is useful? मेरे पास तो डिप्लोमा बस है, वो जो है वो हाईली क्वालिफाइड है मेरा पोस्ट के लिए. मैंने इतना सब कुछ ये सो दैट माय जो दिया हुआ एग्जांपल्स 11th क्लास 12th क्लास में जब बताता हूँ, दे फील सो हैप्पी. अरे थोड़ा सर को एक्स्ट्रा नॉलेज भी है, मोबाइल टेक्नोलॉजी के बारे में बात करता था. मैं स्पेशलाइजेशन स्पेस में जो रॉकेट्स आते हैं उसका शेल जो बनाते हैं वो भी मेरा स्पेशलाइजेशन था. It was not at all required. When I got these things specialization, when I discuss these things in the class, my student believes me more. I told you in the starting, students should believe us. Once the students believe us, the thing is done. Okay. Anyway, that was it. So I'm telling that why I told Eilers formula. जब आप सब 6th class तक ही पढ़ाते हैं, फिर भी हम Eilers formula क्यों? Extra knowledge you have extra. You have studied. When you did your schooling, when you did your graduation, you have done the doctorate and all. Great people are there in this team. I've seen. Yes, one doctorate. Ma'am also was there. Yes, please. So it's a great team. It's an excellent team, Haryana team. Yeah. But we have discussed this Oilers formula. Don't feel bad. We should have extra. That's why I've discussed. Yeah. That's what I want to tell to you, and what I have done also yesterday. The process I've done. So without doing, I do not suggest you. So in this, we have discussed about vertex. This is vertex, all corners of vertex. And my table I'm showing vertex. And then this is called as edge. And this triangle, I told you in the starting that imagine that it is closed. Then that becomes a face. 8 faces, 6 vertices, 14 edges, E plus 2, 12 plus 2, edges 12 plus 2. That is the formula. Euler, he has created, and most of the what we have created the Indians only. They have put their names and done that. Okay, many things, Pythagoras Theorem and all this. So hundreds of years before what these people have done, our Indians have done. But name is given to that, like a neem tree. They have taken the patent, but we are doing about neem tree and from several centuries. What they know about this thing. So we never cared for this patent or something like that. We started going on. We gave to the world so many things. Our country. So let us be proud for that. We are not less than we teachers are the best teachers in the world. Yeah. And slowly after a few years, world dominated by these Indian teachers only, all universities also. So we are no less. We are the best teachers. I think we are the best group also today. Haryana group with us. Let us do practically today. Yeah, better than yesterday. Let us do it today. I would like to see some other teachers using the paper. Yeah. And then E plus 2 is equal to 12 plus 2, 14 is done. And then edges we got 12 plus 2, 14 one side of the corner is equal, and the left hand side is over. Right hand side it says that V plus F. V means what is this? 6. These things. 4 on 4 sides and top and bottom 6. Plus faces. We said after headroom, so 8 faces. 6 plus 4, 8. It's 14. So 14 is equal to 14 we have proved with our simple origami tool. And again, what we have done yesterday, in the table I have taken it to the front camera. I think you have to see both the cameras. You have to pin or something like that. It is not moving automatically because once I unmute and mute, it should automatically go to this side and that side. But echo problem is coming this time. Some technical problems will be there, but we are managing. So in that process, what I'm saying is just you observe this model. Let's play what we have done. This health exercise also we have done. We have those who are absent yesterday, they might see this once again. it got stuck. I was actually to do it for more time, but I was pressing it for more hard, so it got stuck. I was doing only, it got stuck. Otherwise, we can do it for a longer time and then show that our lung power is good and we are able to go air onto that.
फिर आपका सिस्टम खत्म हो गया सर का चढ़ा सिस्टम बढ़े तो सिस्टम बैठ होगा ना सिस्टम बढ़िया होगा
Santosh Kumari madam has stopped it. I think that she was in the class. That is the system. She is doing work also and running this workshop also. Sometimes this happens. Yeah, then that is one part. And next part we have discussed yesterday is this 8-pointed star. And this also we have done like this. I will take to the next camera. Pull them. It becomes a ring. We can play it like a frisbee. We have discussed. Okay. And then we can throw this and play like a frisbee, and we have discussed about all these pentagons, 8 octagonal shape, outside also octagonal shape. We have discussed all these angles. Let me keep it near to the camera. There are 390 degrees, 135 degrees, and also one more 135 degrees as a regular octagon's angle. This is what we have discussed yesterday. And then we do packed it. The center में जो octagon है वो गायब, मतलब the gap, octagonal gap जो था, that is missing now. And it has become a point. Again, this is an octagon. 3 octagons in there. And each octagon is made with 8 quadrilaterals. And we have discussed all the angles of the quadrilaterals also. And there are parallelograms. We have discussed all the angles of this parallelogram. Then only we could get the regular octagon's angle is 135 degrees. So that's it. So I made the recap of what we have done for the first day, second day, like that. And then it's time for us to start. I will stop this front camera video. Now it's time for us to start the activity for the day 3. So day 3, I planned like this that as I've discussed, it's purely on maths based. When we made the flowers and leaves, there was some decorative part of it. We got an output and done maths. Other thing, we made camp. It was a utility item. We made that 4 to 5 types of tabs. I would like to tell you one small thing here. Sri Arvind Gupta ji is was a student of IIT Kanpur. He started working Tatas. Naturally, IIT students will get very good jobs and all. When he was working in Tata, then parallelly he was doing some work for the students of slum people. And there he was interested more and he left the job. And then he's an expert in our country right now. He's very much present in the country and must be about more than 70 years old. And he did most of the English to Hindi translations for his works. And he is expert in our country for low-cost teaching aids. Okay, so when we are discussing about so many foreigners like the I told you, Robert Jeliak and all this, it's my responsibility to tell you about those people who have done maximum work in these several different fields about our Indians also. So this is one person. Mostly what we do, we don't appreciate foreign people. But this is a fascinating people. You just love to meet him many times. If you like to meet him, once, you just feel that why I did not do these things for my students. They just give him anything apart from the command. He will make some item of scientific item and you go to his house. He'll find you. So excellent. But he's so busy with translations, scientific. Just type Arvind Gupta on the net. Yeah, I don't know how many YouTube videos he's having. I cannot count. There's so many channels, so many videos, and so many students from the slum area and best students of the country also got benefited through it. Luckily, I was waiting to meet him in one of the exhibitions like DST. I was so fascinated. I was so lucky to meet him, and he has gifted me one origami book also. And I met him in a very strange situation. Then later on, I felt so happy to see him. So origami is one of the Many activity he's doing. And the things what I know in Origami is 1/10 of Gupta sir. 1/10 of Gupta sir. And Gupta sir is doing 25, 30 more items than like this. So that expert, that kind. So Indian government has recognized, you know, after this government has come, they stopped giving Padma Shris to famous people, oh, great people and all. They started seeing the real people. And one of them was Arvind Gupta sir. 4 or 5 years back, he received Padma Shri also. Please do refer his items. Any class you take, first class to 12th class, he has got an item to explain. And all no cost items. I'm not saying low cost, no cost items. So that is what I just wanted to give you a small introduction, because we during these things we are in a workshop. At the same time, we have to discuss and how people are doing great works in our country without expecting anything. He has got a wonderful job. What our job is, simple. He was working for Tata's excellent job. Just left it for the sake of the country. See how much he has struggled for the students of the country. So there are so many great people. So why can't we do such small things? Government of India, DSP is spending money to Millennium, and we are doing this workshop. What's wrong in just putting our hands together and take a small piece of paper? Okay, just remember these people; they're doing excellent job. So as I told you, every day there was an output. When we are doing some product like newspaper cap, flowers, leaves, butterflies, then octahedron, 8-pointed star like that. This particular item, what I am now showing, today we discussing, will not have any outputs. You cannot just give this a gift. You cannot show that I've done this like that. This is simple. You have to basic concepts of maths. The end product may not be useful, but once you get the concept, nothing like that. So let's start. We are doing first item as a discussion of Pythagoras Theorem, which will be there from 6th class to 10th class. Different levels पे वो discussion किया जाता है. But formula is the same, but it is I will have to tell about 2 more people, Indians. I know more foreigners, but I tell you what gaps in bata dunga main, 2 more. If I forget, please remind me. Great Indians like that. And I'll correlate the examples what I have discussed, why I have discussed about Indian sculpture and all this thing. You will understand at the end of the workshop when I tell that why how this person Indian has worked. Okay, next. So now we're going to make a vote. So you know that how to make it very simple. Everybody knows. Please take one piece of paper, a newspaper or used A4 size paper. If you are taking a used A4 size paper, so you have to cut one rectangle below that, and the square is there. Everybody knows how to. So this is the first fold, 2 rectangles. This side is half. This side is also half. If this is 2 units by 2 units, units means it can be meters, centimeters, kilometers, anything. Unit. Yeah, in some unit we have taken. I'm not saying anything. So when I do not know the measurement, I'll say 2 units. Okay, fine. It can be anything you imagine. 2 kilometers. Okay, fine. Then we made it half here at this point. This will be 1 kilometer, and this will be 1 kilometer. I think you can understand. Or this will be 1 centimeter, or this will be 1 centimeter. And so I'm calling instead of all these things. ये बोल रहा है कि 1 kilometer इतना figure how 1 kilometer fast ऐसे कैसे जाए? So I'm saying that that's why simple to avoid all those things. I'm saying units, 2 units, 1 unit, second unit, together 2 units by 2 units, square equal. So by doing this fold, we got 2 rectangles. One is on top, one is below this, and dimensions 1 unit by 2 units. Next, if I fold by overlapping 2 more 90 degrees like this, and please, what just now I'm doing with my thumbs, this is the second. Open and see. There are 4 squares. How we should see these squares? Not by saying, oh, the small square, big square is divided into 4 small squares. Why should we speak like this? This square was 2 units by 2 units. This square is 1 unit by 1 unit. I'm having 4 squares of 1 unit by 1 unit. See, this way of discussing is more better. Okay. So when we are in primary sections, we'll say that 4 छोटे squares बन गया बड़े squares. When we are going to our increasing our standard, say that the square we have taken is 2 units by 2 units. We made it into 4 squares of 1 unit by 1 unit. There's a difference. Meaning is same. We have to change our language with respect to the class. Fine. Good. Next. Then this is the square we got after 2 folds. There are 4 layers. 2, 3, 4. Everybody knows this boat. Everybody, not only us, our children, our grandchildren also know this. But what we are doing is we are discussing how to make a boat and discussing maths. We are able to discuss. Okay, such a small boat which made in first class. Everybody made. Next. Here you see a closed part. This is closed. Opposite to that, here, all 4 are open. Okay, it's like this. Keep this closed towards you, and then only the top layer, first layer, bring it to the closed part. Only 1 layer. I told you 4 layers again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 layers are there. Top 1 by 1 unit by 1 unit square only we take. Bring it to the closed part, and then press, hold it, and crease it. We got a new line. Creasing. Crease मतलब जो हम लोग shirts की iron करते हैं, sides में जो hands के ऊपर जो lines बनते हैं iron टाइप करते हैं, they are called as crease. Lines, folds. So we got a new crease. Then turn it backside. Okay. There are 3 more layers waiting here. Okay. All the 3 layers you bring it to the closed part and keep it. And again crease. We got a new line on 3 papers now. 3 papers. Okay, 3 papers. Right? 3 creases from this. Now you can see a pocket inside this board. You can see one pocket. Can you see? Yes, we got a pocket. People will be thinking that is confusing us. So I'll come back in the starting. First fold, second fold is over. Closed part is towards us. Open part is away from us. And only the top layer we fold it to the closed part. Turned it backside. 3 layers we got the closed part. Over. And just pressing it so that it will not get opened. When we see on the top, we see one pocket shape. I'm just expanding. हम लोग जब एक स्टेज पे जब न्यूज पेपर से हम लोग कैप बना रहे थे, देयर वाज वन रेक्टेंगल, तो रेक्टेंगल्स को स्क्वायर बनाए थे, वो रेक्टेंगल में 2 इक्वल स्क्वायर्स भी थे. Then we have opened like this only and put it down, and जो rectangle का square हो गया, है ना? How beautiful it is in origami without rubbing with pencil, erase pencil. We cannot do all these things. In paper folding, we can do wonders. So that what we have done in newspaper cap is converting one rectangle into a square. Here in this boat, see how beautifully we have done. We have done, everybody done, but never discussed about it. Every stage you stop and you have your own discussion, your own observation, and then it can be very useful actually. Okay, so now what I'm saying is this triangle, just open and try to squash it. Okay, what is it? It was like this. Opened it, triangle, and then these 2 corners I want to keep on one another like this, and then hold the part and then press it. Please observe. Please observe. If we are doing, I'm waiting for some time so that we will all get it. Perfect. Okay, we should change the camera position so that it will be more visible. Now my camera is not somewhere else. Let's come back today. See it? I will do one step, all steps once again. I need not repeat it so many times because the teachers are actually shying off to show their camera and their work. अगर आप लोगों को काम धन होता तो मैं ऐसा दोबारा 3-4 times repeat करने का भी not required. I will confirm that you are doing because that is not happening here for some reason. I have to every step I have to stop. My teachers are not following. So I should not bluff. I should be more careful, step by step. So I repeat these things. Okay, fine. So first fold, second fold, only top layer this side, the closed part. Turn it. 3 parts. 1, 2, 3 to the bottom. Okay, I'll repeat once again. I'll open this. I should have done this side. No problem. Same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. First part, bring it down. Turn it. I've done the other way. So it is not get folded up. So 3 folds to the bottom. We are seeing a slit or a cut here. As you can see, I remove one finger and try to open this pocket and try to bring these two things one upon another one. As you can see, overlap, hold that part and keep it on the table and make this new piece. Done. We are almost towards the end of the boat. Fine. Next, you can see one opening like the mouth of a like a beak. Okay, जो birds का beak होता है वैसा कुछ चोंच जैसा बन गया इधर. वो हिस्सा हो जहाँ से खुल रहा है. You hold that. This is opening. Actually, this is opening. I'm holding that. Opposite to that, there is one more corner. Now, 2 fingers on this side, right side, 2 on the left side, and try to open it. It opens like a boat, isn't it? This was a simple thing what we made. Very good origami. I like this fold very much. Titan, you must be doing watchmaking company, uses origami boat for its advertisement. And sometimes LIC calendar has come, a small boy sitting and putting the boat in the water. They have used this boat for that also. So, and I think that this boat has placed at so many places. Over all these things, children make these boats during rainy seasons. When the stagnation of water is there, in our country, stagnation of water is not a scarcity. We have at many places. So, or in a pond or lake or something like that, they make this and put it in the water. And it floats, we enjoy a lot. Okay. So, you must have seen different technologies also. And our experience, I get these things. Also, I correlate this with a streamer, जो पानी में डलता है, आयरन से बना हुआ है, जिसपे कैम्फर का टैबलेट डाल के जलाइए, वो हीट से वो आगे बढ़ता है. You must have seen this when my childhood itself I've seen. I do not know how. Definitely you are all younger to me. That thing also we have done. Because I'm a work experience teacher, I do technical things as well as paper and correlate these things. They enjoy a lot. Fine. So this was it. This is what the boat we want to make. We made all of this boat several times. I want to show you on all the sides. This is the same boat what you know. And bottom it looks like this, slit. Okay. And then if you want to open a boat को खोलना है, it's इतना आसान नहीं है, पेपर फट जाता है. ये देखिए, not able to open. So what you should do for opening a boat also, you should teach the children that you have to go back all these steps in the same way what we have done. Otherwise, you cannot open a boat. It will tear off. फट जाता. So now, I went back to the fold. वैसा पकड़ के खींच के ओपन किया था, सेम दोबारा वापस रख दिया और नीचे स्लिट था, वो वापस दोबारा ट्रायंगल बनानी है. So you see, this is the triangle happened. We made this step. Then what we did? 3 layers, 1 layer this side, 1 layer, 3 layers on the other side. Square is back. 4 squares, 1 unit by 1 unit is ready. Open. 2 units by 1 unit rectangle is ready. Open. My 2 units by 2 units square is ready. Now there are some creases. You understood, no? Wherever you press and make it, you get a line, new line. That is called as crease. So I'm having several creases on that. I will take the help of this scale, ruler, scale, and try to highlight these creases. I hope this is working. Marker. I'm doing with marker so that the line is more thick and you can see it more clear. This is one line. I'm highlighting all the lines. We don't make these things in origami because this is a workshop. The participants, it should be clear. So I am making this marker. And you can see I'm extending these lines a little bit. And finally, you have to tell me. I wish you will answer at least that how many squares we made this. So this. Okay, I'm making all the creases highlighted. Okay, this side also. Wherever there is a fold, I am making lines. That's it. Yes. Okay. So now you can see these are the lines we got. If I don't make these marker lines, आपको ठीक से नहीं दिखाई देते folds. Folds capturing on the camera is not that easy. You have to highlight. So I've done that. Now you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12, 16. There are 16 squares now. Okay. Let us see what is the dimension of one square. Okay, let us see. This we thought it is 2 units. So this is 1 unit. Uska aadha 0.5 units. So this is 0.5 by 0.5 square. 0.5 units into 0.5 units square. Now there are some more creases I am seeing. We made a diagonal. Okay, the diagonal also is formed here. So I'm highlighting that diagonal also. Okay. And this is diagonal. Second diagonal of the square also is formed when we made this boat. This is simple boat, so we are able to see this. If you make a complicated, okay, you make a complicated design, let me tell you, because we are all teachers, sometimes बीच में रोक के हम लोग stories सुनाते हैं, वो भी आदत में रह गया. So don't curse me, but that will be useful. Boat बनाने के बाद इतना सारे force creases देख रहे हैं आप. अगर एक आदमी बैठ के piano बजा रहा है, long piano table रहता है ना, बड़ा टेबल, not normal Casio, ये पूरा piano. पुराने जमाने के जो original pianos, वो stand रहता है उसको 4 टांग का, उसके ऊपर एक टेबल रहता है, वो टेबल का डोर खुलता है, then you can see the steps of the piano in that white colors. So वो वाला type of piano, one person is sitting and operating that, उसका fold बनाया ये आदमी, very classic. You name in origami, you can make it. There's nothing which you cannot fold through origami. See, and single paper, single piece of paper. One person is sitting and you just search in your net, you will find all these things. तो उसको अगर अपना पेपर खोले तो कितना creases रहते, कितना complicated folds रहते उसमें, अगर दोबारा उसको पेपर जैसा मैंने बनाया उस बनाया पे, तो then you can see so many folds, creases. You will not understand. You need a computer designing, computer programming to understand that. I'm not joking. I'm not at all joking. There is a tree diagram in the latest computer design. It's tree diagram. Once you get a tree diagram and you are able to follow that, then excellent. People have made, but they did not do research. Robert J. Lancer has done research on that. He is expert in making computer designing and programming for this origami folds, which are very, very complicated. He made one cactus. जो desert में आता है plant cactus, एक pot में है. He took 7 years time to make that. कागज लेके single paper, and he has made a tree diagram programming for that. It took 7 years to complete that, and you can see in his video. Okay, fine. These are the small things, just information to make in my subject more interesting. My subject here is to teach you mathematics through origami. So definitely I'll be having my examples. I'll be telling you. You have to just accept because these are the related topics for us. Fine. Anyway, there are other lines also. I have to make those lines also. Please see. So sometimes folds. Take these lines. Please bear with me. So what happened is, when I'm making this line for the paper, maybe clear, I cannot make a straight line, some small changes, but folds are there. You can make, when you make, you can also see the folds because you're not using your hands, so you have to depend on my paper. Yeah, fine. I'll be saying this sometimes, don't feel bad because we are all supposed to make hands-on workshop this one. Good. Yes, still. My efforts are on so that I'll repeat every step many times so that I will deliver you what exactly I'm supposed to. Fine. Now you can see, I told you that there are 16 squares we made, and now each square is having one diagonal, so that is divided into 2, 1 and 2. Each square is having 2 right-angled isosceles triangles. Isosceles because if you take this triangle, highlighting, this is equal to this side. So 2 sides are equal, isosceles triangle. Angle is 90 degrees because this is a square. So it has become right-angled isosceles triangle. Pythagoras theorem prove करने के लिए हम लोग we do it on right-angled isosceles triangles. How many we are having? We are counting that one. We have counted 2. See every square, second one, third one, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, and up to 16th. We have divided each square into 2 right-angled isosceles triangles. So 16 into 2, we have 32 right-angled isosceles triangles. Okay, 32. We got 32 right-angled isosceles triangles. We never thought that both will teach us this one. Okay. So our Indians only have started in mathematics through origami, not from any other country. Those who have made complicated origami designs like what I told you just now, or many things like that. But they never concentrated on the math parts. No doubt they're expert in folds, but this was done by a person. I'll be coming that regarding that person shortly. Right. Now, there are some squares which are touching this 2 units by 2 units square sides. This side, second side, third side, fourth sides. There are squares which are touching the sides of the square. There are some squares which are not touching the sides of the big squares. Which are they? 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 triangles. There are 7, 8 right-angled isosceles triangles. I think I'm clear. You can select any one of those triangles and let us highlight that. For that, let me take one more colored marker. I'll try to do that. I will try to see. Okay, let me select this one only. I don't have the same color. I have highlighted one of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 right angle triangles. May say, एक right angle triangle I have taken. Okay. Next, I will construct one square. Construct one square. I will tell you first. This is this side. This is opposite side. This is my. I've highlighted. I think you are able to see clear. Base, opposite side, and hypotenuse. I want to highlight one square which is touching this base side. Done. This is the base of the triangle. I have constructed one square on that and highlight that. I'm going slowly, like I'm teaching a first class student, all because only one person is doing in this workshop with the paper. I will be definitely telling this point. Okay. Yeah, this is highlight. Yes. Thanks for that. Giving me time to make those dots. Next, I would like to construct. I think this is clear, no? Square I've highlighted. I think it's definitely clear to you. Yes. I have taken the opposite side, constructed one more square on that side also. Highlight that. I'll make it a little bit fast so that you'll not get bored. Yes, I have highlighted the square on the opposite side. I have highlighted the square on the base, and hypotenuse is bigger. You can see here, big. Okay, and now try to construct one square on the hypotenuse also. Okay, and highlight. I think this much part is enough. It looks as if I have highlighted that square. So what we have now, let us discuss once again. This is the base, base. This is the opposite side. This is the hypotenuse of our right angle triangle, what we have taken. We have constructed one square on the base. We have constructed another square on the opposite side, and also the hypotenuse we have constructed one side. Means here square means this is equal to this is equal to this is equal to all the four sides are equal because of square. Here also base means these all four sides are equal. Opposite side, all these sides also are equal. So this is the shape here. Now let us say we thought of 32 right angle isosceles triangles in this. We are in this base square. We have 2 right angle isosceles triangles. The opposite side is square. We have 2 more. But on the hypotenuse squares, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have 4 right angle isosceles triangles. I'm sorry, I was keeping on from my side. I was not concentrating on what camera will be showing you. So I'll turn this paper towards you just now. I repeat all these steps. We made 32 right angle isosceles triangles. There are squares which are touching the sides. The original square 2 units between it. We do not want those squares. We have taken 4 inside, and each one is having 2 right angle isosceles triangles, and one of the triangles we have highlighted On the base, we have created one square on the opposite side, and also on the hypotenuse, we have created squares. We have three squares. The base के ऊपर जो square है, two right angle isosceles triangles है. Opposite side वाला square में भी two right angle isosceles triangles है. And in the hypotenuse square also, we have 4 right angle isosceles triangles. What does this give? 2 plus 2 is equal to 4, isn't it? Let us see. Let us write here. I'll write with a marker so that it may be visible more. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. I will turn this to your side. Why? What is 2? 2 right angle isosceles triangles in the opposite sides square. What is this 2? This 2 is nothing but base के ऊपर जो square बना उसमें भी दो right angle triangles. 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. That we got it on hypotenuse square. So 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. What is 2? 2 is nothing but the square on base. So what I say, this side as the B, this side is O, this side is H. But हमें maths में the names are given as A, B, C. small letters. जो maths में textbook में हमेशा universally एक style follow करते हैं. I will do O, S, B, and H. Some other textbooks say something. This is a confusion for all the students. So what we have taken, this base small a, this opposite side is small b, this hypotenuse is c. You can name anything. So they have named it like this. So what is this? 2 square on a. A का square है. What is the area of this? A का square है. This 2 को replace कर दिया. A का square से replace कर दिया. What is this 2? This is the base के ऊपर जो square है. कितना है उसका area? If this side is b, area of this square is b square. So this 2, I will convert that into b square. Is equal to, there is a square of the hypotenuse. I am calling the side as c. The area will be c square. So this 4 is nothing but c square. So I am turning this paper towards your side just with the help of a simple board. This is nothing but Pythagoras Theorem that says that the square on the opposite side and the square on the base is equal to the square on the c, which is equal to a square plus b square is equal to c square. This is a very famous Pythagorean formula. With the help of this board, we have tried to prove that and see that it is done. So anybody who has got doubts on this have to ask me now itself so that we can have a discussion. I would like to have at least one doubt, minimum one doubt should be there. Please open up teachers, please, and let us have a discussion on this. That will be more useful for us. Yeah. Yes, please. Please ask some doubts. So, is it possible that, like, any doubt what we have, please ask so that the session will be more interesting, please. I hope all the teachers are present, and then please let us have a discussion.
किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन हो या कोई डाउट हो तो काइंडली पूछिए.
Sir, because this is an interactive section, sir, I'm just, I don't mind otherwise, sir. If the teachers ask doubt now, then it will be more useful workshop, sir. That's why I'm insisting. Not to show off, sir, please. And don't think like that.
We are facing a different मतलब यहाँ पे interaction. यहाँ पे जैसे आपने पीछे interaction हुआ था आप लोगों का, तो यहाँ जरा चुप ही रह रहे हैं ये लोग. Anyway, आप continue कीजिए please.
Sir?
आप कंटिन्यू कीजिए.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Thank you. I'll continue. Yes. So I will just tell you one more small story. It's not a story; there's a truth. In 1895, how many years back? You just calculate. Not 1995, which is 27 years old. No. 1895. 127 years back. Okay. So somebody called, this was a vice, there must be a headmaster in Chennai, Madras. It was called Madras at the time. There was a person called Sundar Rao. Okay. Sundar Rao. Please try to remember these names. They'll be very, normally in the workshops, these are not being highlighted. We just told do more folds. More folds करके आपको इतना कर देते, but I'm doing minimum folds and actually creating more interest to you. Why we should learn, why we are learning, you should be able to answer those questions only. To help that, I'm just telling you. Okay. So there was a person called Sundar Rao in 1895 who was good at maths and all these things. He was a headmaster and he wanted to gift his grandchildren some paper craft. Those years. I've used marker here. Markers nahi honge us time pe. Itne sare colored pens and all these things were not there. The technology and available resources are very, very minimum. Not there. 32 years back when the origami mein itna kuch nahi tha. 100, so many years mein kya ho sakta us time pe. Then he went to a shop to buy some paper to his grandchild. He got a paper, must be some imported or something like that. And he said to his son, saying that you can do paper folding with this. Okay. He was also teaching him on doing it. And in the process, what happened is he just learned many of the things what are there in the book, not book, papers से कुछ बनाना है, वो भी बनाए. Then बाद में he did not do simply like us. हमारे जैसे नहीं बनाया वो. उन्होंने so much of maths उसमें गणित उसमें देखकर बनाया. और 1895 में नहीं हुआ ये स्टोरी, उससे पहले हुआ होगा, 1885 में हुआ होगा. लेकिन थोड़ा टाइम लेकर उन्होंने एक किताब लिखा, जो भी उनको गणित दिखाई दिया इस ओरिगेमी में, उन्होंने किताब लिखा Geometry Behind Origami. He wrote a book and that book has become famous in different countries. Britishers know at that time. There were two people have come from British, UK, England, and then they have taken permission from Sundar Rao and republished that book. None of our Indians have cared that. In that US and UK, this book has become famous for so many teachers and students. And it was republished several times and so on. Okay. And we do not have a copy of that in India. But somehow Professor Ravi Keskar, who is an expert, Dr. Professor Ravi Keskar, who is a professor in Mahim University, teaches electronics in St. Xavier's University. I met him luckily in 1995 and changed myself from origami to mathematics to origami. He was also the famous master resource person for Department of Science and Technology. Must be 70 years now, right now, easily. I did not meet him recently and I did not get the messages for the mails also, but Arvind Gupta's response. But this person has written books for Department of Science and Technology, like Round Pegs in Square Holes. This is the title of his book. He wrote, and it was sold in our country like anything. Even if you contact DST and Vignan Prasar, the Department of Publications of DST, they are selling this book. It must be very low, 80 rupees, 50 rupees, like that only. You can get for your libraries. So, he's the recent one who has done maths, may excellent job. You can teach arithmetic progressions, geometric progressions, and all these things in origami. So this Sundar Rao sir has written his book, and it has become so famous. And we do not have that book. That Professor Ravi Keskar, seeing my interest in this, he could get some answers in his workshop. Whatever he was asking, I was giving some answers. And it told me one word to me in 1995. See, I remember still. Don't ape the paper. Means don't spoil the paper. Paper is so beautiful. Don't unnecessarily don't make extra folds and all spoil that. Do it in a systematic way. It touched me a lot. He just told me this, but it touched me a lot. Then I was so perfect from that time. Tried to be perfect from that time to make these math speeches. So it was possible. We could do something fine because it's advice from such a great person, our own Indian. So I've told you 3 Indians today. Arvind Gupta sir, Professor Ravi Keshkar, Dr. Dr. Arvind Gupta sir, and Sundar Rao sir, who was so many years back. So first mathematics Origami was started in 1885. None of the persons in the world have done that, but an Indian has done, and his book was purchased and followed throughout the world. Such a great thing. I told you the example of sculptures. No, they are definitely great thousands of years back. Now, latest also, there are so many Indians whom we do not care, who have done excellent job. Other countries sing about us. We don't pray about them. Okay. Anyway, I just told that small story, which are the facts. You can just have a yes. Now, let us move forward. Let me see the time. 10 more minutes. I can, yes, I'll try to make one small 10 minutes light item. I'll not discuss much of the maths, but I'll try to make one small item for you in this 10 minutes. Because we will be having a break at 10:15. That is the schedule sir has got today, sir. So this is the paper, square piece of paper. We are doing mostly with the square piece of paper. And if you make it into two parts and want to make a right angle isosceles triangle and want to make something with triangle also, we can make an ant with two antennas to that. But we use small cutting. We never allow cutting in. Fine. I just speak extra, bear with me. Just to give you more information and make it more interesting. That's all. Nothing more than that. So maybe I'm feeling that this paper is too small for the screen. So I will take a bigger size paper. Yeah, I got it. More paper is handmade paper, which is life is very, very high. I've worked with handmade paper in 1991 and I created a poster in the house, which is still present. Not थोड़ा भी 1% भी fade नहीं हुआ, paper खराब भी नहीं हुआ. Okay, fine. So now, squares. To start with, rectangles. Yesterday, we made a cupboard fold. How? We made some fold like this. Rectangle is again breadthwise half, and then half it again. So now we have 4 rectangles. I will not highlight, but I'm just telling us there are 4 rectangles in this paper. If you take the square as 2 units by 2 units, in this 2 units, it is divided into 4 parts, so each one is 0.5. This we didn't divide. There is no creasing this side. This is total 2 units by 0.5 units. So this rectangle is 2 units by 0.5 units. This is how we have to discuss with this one. Fine. So what I did? Cupboard. कपबोर्ड मतलब जो अलमारी का जो डोर्स खुलते हैं वो इस तरह से. ओके, that part is over. This and we'll see a small triangle fold here that you keep it inside. Here also do the same triangle and see this and fold. Okay. Now this triangle, open this cupboard on one side, left side, and keep this triangle what made inside. Similarly, open this and keep this hide it inside. We got the parallelogram. Parallelogram. Okay. Then now what I'm doing? This triangle parallelogram, I want to make it to square. So I consider this parallelogram as this is one square. Triangle here also. This also I fold here and lift. Now you get the unit like this. Okay. Just fold it backside also. It looks like this. What we can do with this is fold like this, and it stands like this. So actually with this, to make 30 pieces like that, we can make a globe kind of a thing. I will try to highlight and show one unit by the end of this workshop. Just one unit, how units are being made. I've just told how the units can be made. This is one such unit. Now the total world is making some folds of this kind. You can create your own folds. One fold created by one lady several years back, and she has written books on this. This is one fold from her book, and she makes globes with this. Have to make 60, and this becomes pockets. You can see here. I'll highlight. This becomes the pockets. This also becomes the pocket. It's 4 pockets. You can see 2 tails, triangle. The next unit, tail comes and sits in this pocket. Like that, it is being assembled and done like this. So, there is one lady called as Mukherjee. She's now settled in the US. Not very old like as me or something. She's very younger to us and must be an engineering student. Mukherjee origami type, you will get wonders. Okay, you can see wonders what that lady has created. She has done this unit origami, so many units she has created, so many items she has created, and wrote books on origami and sold and dollars, and she's one of the famous persons. Okay, in the world, she's one of the famous persons. Settled in US, Indian origin, studied here, did research on origami, created, wrote books. What else you want? Okay, so that much depth is there. I don't have a limitation in this list. Okay, my own students become experts and they wrote books and they're world famous now. There's no time in this workshop to tell about all those people. I'm fascinated. I'm excited to tell about all those people, that how much of depth is there in origami. Okay, so that is it. So they sir, I just shown them one unit, which they help us in doing the research. And further, if they want to go ahead, they can do such a unit and assemble them. And net is such a great thing that they will. It will show so many things. So they sir, if you permit, we'll
yes.
Keep it. Yeah.
One thing I was thinking that you had that presentation, how you have used the origami in your school decorations and all.
Yes sir, yes sir.
तो वो after 11:30 जब शुरू करोगे तो वो भी बीच में दिखा देना.
Thank you for giving me time to search that PPT and keep it aside.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes, because that will give them an idea ki how they can use it as a decoration also.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
तो अभी फिर टी ब्रेक कर लेते हैं 15 मिनट की. विल मीट एट 10:30.
Thank you, sir.
इम्तियाज इसका ऑनलाइन ये लाइव बंद कर दो. इम्तियाज लाइव बंद कर दो.